Today, we're gonna go ahead and stand those final walls, get everything framed up for the garage doors. We'll have a beam that comes straight up, dies off into that wall, and that's gonna hold the I-beams that run across, all the way across, right? And we're just finishing up the bathroom, which is that back section there, but what's up everyone, Wild Schneider Outdoors, and welcome back to a beautiful fall morning at the lake where we are going to be back working on that shop. Now today, big things happening. We've got a lot to do. We got to finish getting these walls up in preparation for the trusses to come in, so that way we can get the roof on, get the wall wrapped, get everything dried in before the first snow flies, which if you can see behind me, that weather is cold and blustery, which means winter is fast approaching. So today we're gonna go ahead and stand those final walls, get everything framed up for the garage doors, and then we're also gonna be working on that mezzanine level where we're gonna have the living quarters in there. So lots to do, so stay tuned. We're gonna take you along the entire way. Let's get at it. All right, so here's what you missed while I was gone. But we have this interior wall stood. This is gonna be a load-bearing wall, that's why it's 2 by 6. And then that is what frames in the rest of the bathroom. You've got your drains in here on the inside of the wall, so that has been done. And then also we've got the rest of this side wall framed up and ready to be stood. So that's what we're going to be working on today, so we can get working on that subfloor. Got our 14-foot wall up here that's got those 2 windows in it. We got it stood. We've got the cripples up above these windows here, and then we'll have to double top plate again there, and then double top plate the top up there. But at least that wall's up. Now what we need to do in order to get this subfloor up above for the mezzanine and finish off these walls around the back is we've got to, if you can see the pencil marks here, we have got to frame this 2 by 4 interior wall that will be what holds up our stairs and be the kitchen wall, if you want to call it that. There'll be a door back there, but we got to get that framed because that's what's going to be the load-bearing wall for the beam that holds the I-beams that go overhead for the floor. So that's what we're on to now. Okay, so we got a lot done today. We got these interior walls stood up and secured to the floor. We had to drill into the concrete, get concrete bolts put in. Got all of those secured. Got the cutout for the beam that's gonna run across the top here. And it'll secure here into the floor. So we'll have a beam that comes straight up, dies off into that wall, and that's gonna hold the I-beams that run across. And over here, look, this is gonna be a nice little door here. This will be the walkway or the crawl space that goes in where the water comes out. And then this will be underneath the stairs for storage, and this is the in between the bathroom and the kitchen walls. But we got that done. We're about done for the day. We're gonna start cleaning up, getting everything packed up. So that's it for now. Not done with the video, so we'll check back in with you tomorrow. Here we go. And just like that, we are back. All right, so last night we cleaned up a little bit. Let me flip you around here. We'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we got everything cleaned up, and we're starting to prep for standing the beam. Or I guess this is the post that goes to the beam that sits in that spot right there. So that way, once we have that up and we have these walls double top plated, we can start running our I-beams to get this mezzanine done. Now, the reason we have to get that done is because you can see this wall right here. This is the finished height, 14 feet, right? So there's a mezzanine in here with a vaulted ceiling, which means that we have to have this level right here brought up to 14 feet because that's where our trusses end up sitting. So we got to get this floor in. Once the floor is in for the mezzanine, then we'll bring the walls up to 14 feet, vault out that back wall, and then stand the front where the garage doors are. So that's our goal for today. There's a ton left to do still yet, but the day is young, so we're going to get at it and crush this. Let's go. All right, so here we've got it. We have double top plate run through here. We've got that wall up and that door all framed in. That was a hassle and a half this morning. And then as you can see here, we've got the initial framing for the 2 garage doors. We're waiting on the beams here, but we at least have the top sill installed, so we can just drop the plate on top, put the cripples in, and then we're good to go. But that wall is stood. Now we just finish off the double top plate through this onto the back wall where we can start putting that floor in. Okay, forgot to film, but what we've got now is we've got this center beam here. We're gonna have the lag bolts inside of it, but then it's got that metal plate up top, that bracket, which is gonna hold our laminated beam. That's gonna slide into that pocket into this wall of the stairwell. And then once that's up, we can start running our eye joists back and forth here. So I'll try and set up the time lapse there while we put the beam in place. All right, so the battery died on the time lapse there, but what we ended up doing was we got these I-beams here. They are laid all the way across, right? And we're just finishing up the bathroom, which is that back section there, but we're getting ready to lose daylight, so I figured I'd sign off now. All we're gonna do is finish off that back corner and then call it a day. So I appreciate you hanging out with us today. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of the video. Be sure to go over to our Facebook and Instagram and check us out there, because we post way more on there than we do on our actual channel. Hold on, gotta turn you around. Look at that view. Sunset, can't beat it. Anyways, be sure to leave a thumbs up, drop that like. If you have any comments, throw them down below. I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. I try to get to every single comment that gets left. And if you haven't already, go over to our main channel and check out our homestead series, where we're turning 20 acres of raw land back into a homestead. So go check that out. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Hit that subscribe button, turn that bell icon on so you never miss a video. And of course, as always, stay wild.